Okay, and I'm going to, let's see if I can pin my video. And if not, doesn't matter, but I'm gonna try. Okay. All right, so welcome everyone to a special call from the Integrative Wellness Network. This is a call where you get to play for wellness. And we have a new card deck that we're actually developing. So it will be a wellness navigation card deck. And in this call, you get to already find a wellness gem for yourself, for your wellness right now. And when I say wellness, it can be anything like body, mind, emotion, spirit, soul. It can be for your happiness, if you feel heavy or stressed out, whatever. So before we start the call, this is already for you watching the replay and all of you participating in this call. Make a magic wish real quick for yourself. Any area in your life that you would like to feel better about. And it can literally be a life area because they also affect our wellness. So make a magic wish. What would you love to feel lighter in life? Your wish. Okay, now, as you made this wish, be curious. And of course, it can be a specific wellness wish also, like, oh, backache. And what do I do about this? What might this be, right? So either way, whatever showed up first, that means that wants to um, be looked at, and know that you will find inspiration for that particular thing in this call. This is how it always works with synchronicity. All right, so what I'm going to do in this call, I'm going to quick rundown. First, I want to tell you like who we are with the Integrative Wellness Network, super quick, just so you know, like, why are we talking about this? What are we doing? And then I'm going to share you actual glimpses of the card deck, and you get to meet the amazing providers that I have on the call here who are actually also featured in this card deck. So we'll have a really cool interactive conversation with wellness professionals who will also play. And we'll talk about wellness. So it'll be very, very fun. Okay, quickly about us. So the Integrative Wellness Network is an initiative where we are on a mission to inspire people and bring resources and a space to practice wellness in a comprehensive way: body, mind, emotion, spirit, soul. It's really our mission to help everyone get inspired and like boost your wellness, whatever you need at the time, and then also find cool ideas and resources how you can do that. Because right now there's still a lot of separation in the medical and wellness field. Sometimes you have to look here, or you don't know providers. You might be in the Western medicine and they don't talk about holistic that much. So everybody is somewhere else in the spectrum. So our mission is to bring all resources together and talk about wellness in a comprehensive way, and to give you the power, your own navigation. You are the captain on your wellness and life adventure, right? And this is also part of this card deck, is to empower you to hear your own gut instinct, your heart, your intuition. And that is your navigation system as a captain to then choose, oh, this idea feels interesting, or like, that's not for me. So this is all about empowering you, and then you get to choose what works for you. All right. So I'm going to remove the pin here to already share, like we have really cool providers here on the call already, and you will be introduced as we show your cards in the card deck. So I'm going to start with just giving a glimpse first so people can see the card deck a bit more. And as soon as we got first glimpses, we're going to share the provider cards and we'll introduce you then. So I am going to give a quick preview here. So if I do the screen share, can you guys see this in the full screen? Awesome. So this is a preview of the card deck. It's going to be really fun because it's not just an inspiration deck with one type of card. We have three types of cards. And in this deck, you will have, this is the cover. As I said, it's all about following your intuition, listening to your heart, and finding wellness for body, mind, emotion, spirit. So for all your wellness areas. And it's cruise inspired because we like to have fun. So we do have captain navigation cards. That is one suite that we can play with. We do have wellness provider cards, which we'll start with. And we have wellness area cards because we want to look at all areas of wellness. And so that's already a preview, so you can see like what types of cards we have. And now let's really dig in to our wellness provider cards. And I'm just starting with the very first. Hang on, let me just get the right preview here on my own screen so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. We see Laura Ann Garris, is that right? Okay, yay!
Yay!
Good
That's
job, Laura.
fun.
Yes, super fun. Okay, cool. So, in the first round, as we're playing, because you can play this card deck in different ways, you can just randomly pick one card, or you can pick two cards from two different suites, right? Or you can pick three cards and get like a really cool reading. And so we're just starting a simple way. Let's say somebody picked a provider card and Laura Ann Garris showed up. This is what they can see. So we have here soul path guidance, astrology, Reiki, and Laura Ann here says on her card, she's helping you rediscover awe, clarity, and purpose while navigating in the wisdom of the stars. There's a cool mantra, and there's a cool QR code that will lead you to meet Laura Ann if you weren't on this call. Now you also get meet her here. And then we have a back side of the card where people can play. And in this prompt, it is close your eyes, place your finger on the card, explore the energy you land on. There's a typo, that's okay. And what begins to open. So first of all, I just want to say hello, Laura Ann. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yes, thank you. What fun and what fun it was to make this card with you and just such a creative thing to be open so people can take it in the depth and inspiration where they are at. So
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. And I love that you're saying like, yeah, listen to your inspiration, right? So let's say, first, do you want to say a bit more about your background? Because people get to meet you here on this call. Like, tell us a bit more what is not on this card and what are you passionate about? Where are you?
oh my goodness. Hi. Yes, I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I am so passionate about astrology. I love it. I love learning about it, how it influences, how it gives us more choices. And when we have more choices, we can be more power filled in our life and we can choose really the highest path that might be before us to the various decisions. It's also a little, you've got the 3D with the planets, and then you have the bigger trans-Neptunian planets, you have the galaxies, there's various parts. So don't feel limited. If you want to go, what is more of me? We can walk down that. Also, the very basic that I love is coming back to the moon cycles, right? And I love moon cycles. Knowing each new moon, each 28 and a half days, we get to kind of start over or reframe or start a new intention with our life. And so if you're really focusing on health, pick a new moon and start a
Right.
new procedure. Look for a new provider. Try something new then. And we get to choose that every 28 and a half days.
I
So,
love it. I love it. Thanks for already giving an inspiration. That is super cool. And I love to hear you talk about your passion. And what I see in this card is like that it's very empowering, right? To get like a bigger picture of perhaps our soul path and like come back to our inner center. And I've been in your circle, so I love what you're doing. Very cool. So let's play with this card on the back. And now I'm inviting actually everybody to take a moment and um, play with this play prompt. And you can, because we have it on the screen, you can point at the screen blindly. So the prompt is to close your eyes, place your finger on the card somewhere, and then explore the energy you land on. What begins to open? So I'm going to do this as well and point somewhere and see where I land. And then I'm asking myself, always with curiosity, right? Like, what does that inspire me to? And this can also already have some answer for yourself for the wish that you made earlier, right? So I'm inviting everybody to just think for yourself as we're playing together, what comes up for you. And well, like, what do you get as inspiration even by playing this game? And I'll share something because mine is like really quick. I landed on sparkles, which is ridiculously awesome because I'm all about permission to sparkle, and I wrote the book Permission to Sparkle. That means a lot to me. Just follow the sparkle. So I already got a really great validation just by pointing at your card. I love this. So, does anybody else want to share? Like, did something come up for you as you played with this? You can just unmute yourself here, and watchers and replay watchers comment. Otherwise, I'll ask you, Laura Ann. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I landed on Juno, which is one of the four defined feminine goddesses archetypes, right? These are archetypes in our lives, and she is about partnership.
Uh-huh.
And my husband and I, we've been tearing apart our backyard. We've been working in tandem, and there's just this devotion to partnerships in my life. And that was just another confirmation right now that I'm working best in partnerships where people are aligned right now in my life. So very confirming for me.
Oh, I love it. And I love that that you say like it's validating, right? Like it was for me too. Like I find a lot of times in wellness, um, we might think we need more things, and maybe sometimes we already have the answers, and it just feels really good to get a validation of like, oh yeah, I can actually relax. I'm on the right path. I got this. And that's, of course, that helps with wellness. When we relax, our immune system, our nervous system calms down. Take a breath. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much, Laura Ann, for playing with this first one.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
yay. So, okay, cool. Everybody, if you're curious to meet Laura Ann more, you see her website down here already, liferefreshcoach.com. And we will go to the next card and our next wellness professional here. And so I'm just going to go down to the next card that shows up right here. And we have Mita. Mita, I think I said your name right.
Yes, perfect.
So meet Vicky Wise, a beautiful card, all about empowerment and prosperity coaching, hypnotherapy, quantum visioning, very intriguing. And what your card says, helping you through challenges and changes to clarity, prosperity, and purpose. And then a powerful mantra that I love, I vision my way and my purpose. That feels really grounding and empowering to me. I love this. Do you want to share a bit more about yourself? Like, where are you at? What's your passion? Anything you want to elaborate on your card here?
Sure. So I'm Mita. I'm living in Los Angeles. I'm from New Zealand. That's my accent, and I'm often found in India. So my
Ooh.
card, I'm a hypnotherapist and I'm also an empowerment coach and prosperity coach. And quantum visioning is some of the visioning types that I do. So I do some guided visualization, but I also do some possibility quantum visioning, which is really fun and very helpful. And yes, I work with clarity, prosperity, courage, purpose, all those wonderful things. And I would love to support you through those things. I know that we're all going through challenges and changes, particularly right now. And it can be
Yeah.
really helpful just to have someone to help you ground, to have someone really root you in your vision and keep reminding you of it, right? Because we can get pulled in different directions, but you want to like really just stay grounded in your vision and your hope and your motivation. And I'll be there
Mm.
to support you on the way.
Oh, I love this so much. Do you also help people find their vision and like just get more
Yeah,
clear on it? That's part of it, right?
yes, of
Mhm.
course.
Yes, yes. Amazing. Awesome. So let's do something special for you to play with your card. Um, Instead of just playing with the back, we'll look at it. And of course, you can play with it if this calls you. Yes, pause the recording or play with it now. What I want to do is I want to bring the possibility of also choosing a second card and then doing a reading with both. So everybody remember your wish and your area that you're curious about to boost more wellness. And keep this card in mind. And we're going to pull also an additional card. And then you can see what stands out if you see both of these together. And simply listen to your heart, first thing that pops in your mind, those kind of things, and see what shows up for you. So before I pick the second card, I want to read this one and give it a full presence. So this play card is also one to close your eyes and slow your breathing. I love this. And do you want to read it? Actually, I
Yeah.
want to have you. Yes, please.
Okay, so close your eyes and slow your breathing. And this, of course, is done slowly when you're at home. Imagine sunshine and a beautiful, gentle breeze. You're feeling really good. And a little bird flies around you, a beautiful little bird, and it flies up to you and it lands, perhaps it lands on your shoulder, or perhaps it just flies in front of you and it has an inspiring message for you. Perhaps, what is it? Perhaps you hear it, perhaps you just feel it, perhaps you see it, but there's definitely a beautiful, inspiring message there for you. Let's receive it right now. Receiving, receiving, receiving.
Yay.
Yay.
I love that you elaborated a bit and played with the prompt and thank you. And wow, I got images pop up in my head right away. So curious if anybody had a cool image. You can put it in the chat and we'll address it in a minute. And for all our watchers, play along and take note because we will go to a next card in a second. So then you'll have both inspirations. So to find Mita, her website is thepurposedprogram.com. Thepurposedprogram.com. I love it. Very cool. Okay, so let me go pick a second card. And I think I need to, let me see. I'm going to do a stop share real quick. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to have both next to each other and then do a full share of my screen because that should also work out. So what we're doing now is we're bringing in wellness area cards as well. That is the second suite that we have. And that's the wrong window. I don't need this anymore. I'm scrapping this. This is the wellness area card. Okay, cool. All right. And we have 12 wellness area cards, and you don't see this yet, Mita, but I would love for you to pick a number between 1 and 12.
Sorry, I was muted. 2.
That's okay. 2? Okay, perfect. Thank you. I don't have to count very far. Okay, so let's do a screen share of my whole screen now. Let me see if that'll work out. I'm sorry. I thought I had my phone muted, but it's going crazy. There we go. Let's see. Can I do desktop share? Okay, yeah, I think that will work. Okay, desktop, and now this can go. Okay, in theory, you see now 2 cards. Is that correct? Okay, cool. Awesome. So we still have this card. This was our first inspiration. And then we also landed on this wellness area card here. And what this card says, it has a lot of inspiration on it too, right? So we have, it's about nervous system and safety. So that's the wellness area that popped up here. And this is also a card where you can point your finger and then see where you land. So play with that and see where you land, everyone. And I'm going to see where I land. Interesting. And then be curious of like, what does this inspire you to? Maybe you land on the graphic and it means something to you, right? Maybe it's pointing to a word on the card. Maybe the whole area, nervous system and safety, if you feel into that for a second, you're like, oh, maybe something else pops up for you right away. You're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so stressed at my job or whatever. Of course, that shows up, right? Maybe it's something like that. So be curious of what stands out to you. You can't do this wrong. Awesome. So I got some inspiration from me. I actually landed in an area that pointed to exhale and to just, so this is like really lovely for me. An enhanced wellness prompt to like enjoy where I'm at is what I'm getting for myself and exhale, celebrate. Um, Anybody want to like feel inspired to share? Did something show up for you, especially when you look at both cards, something regarding your wish? You can just unmute yourself.
Yeah, I will. This is Terry.
Yay.
Um, I've had a pretty stressful, then it turns into anxiety the last week, and it's because I'm working on finalizing my next book. I know exactly what's causing it. I just have to learn to soothe, and that's what I hit, soothing recovery
Oh my gosh.
in the
Okay.
lower left. That is perfect for what I've been feeling the last few days.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
just need to, I've been doing lots of breathing and yoga just to lower myself, slow
Nice.
down. And so that was perfect for
That's
what
so
I needed
wonderful.
today.
I love it. So do you feel like was it a kind of a validation or does it lead you to tools that you already have and you know what to do or what showed up like
Yes.
okay, cool.
Yes. The soothing, I think recovery goes with soothing
Mm.
recovery.
Oh
Is
wow.
that on the card? Does
I
that?
have no idea AI designed this for me.
Soothing recovery is
I
how I
love
read it.
that. Soothing
Yeah.
recovery. It should be on there.
But being soothing it, to me is comfort. And,
Yeah.
um, I was sitting this morning in a big cushy chair, doing my journaling. And so that is soothing and
Mm,
comforting. So
beautiful.
absolutely.
Okay, I love it. And did you also have something with the other card when you look at both together? Is there like an enhanced inspiration for you, or was it mostly the second one that popped out?
Well, the first one with the bird was a canary, and it makes me think of my dad, who's been gone now for
Aw.
12 years or so. But anytime I see a bird, I think of him. Um, but that gave me comfort.
Aw, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful. I love it. So you got an enhanced wellness message, and right know what to do.
Yeah.
I love
Well, the
it.
message was, you're going to be okay, Terry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love because I happen to know you for quite a while in our inner wellness business circle. I know that, and we'll see that in a minute on your card. You are also about recovery, trauma recovery for people, right? So you landed
Absolutely.
literally like where your expertise is also. That is interesting. Right? Very
That
cool.
is true.
Yay. Mita, did you want to enhance anything or point out anything? Do you feel complete or speak to anything?
Well, I just wanted to say that, one way you could do it is you could do the nervous system one first, and then you could go do that one over there, and with the intention of maybe getting a nervous system message. So that could be one way of doing it too. And the
Yeah.
other thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm noticing I'm right-handed, and so I'm noticing when I close my eyes and put it on there, I seem to always get on the right side. So what you
Yeah.
might want to do is actually sort of close your eyes and then maybe do sort of like a whole circle and then figure out where and then point your finger. So you're not always like me where you're always getting something on the
Oh, yeah.
side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And once the card deck is produced, then you have the tangible
That's
cards and you can
that's
actually like spin them around so you don't even know what's front and back or whatever,
oh,
right? So
that's true. That's great. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I do that a lot in intuitive sessions. I go and we just like, oh, spin the thing where you have no idea what you're doing, literally, to then be like you can't use your logical mind then, but you have to look from your heart and your curiosity, and we find a different kind of intelligence that way. So you can snap out of that, and Yeah, of course, you always point to the right thing anyway, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Yay, thank you so much.
Thank
Very lovely to meet you, Mita, and thank you for playing Terry. And let's see who's next in our cards. So this was, it's Terry. That's perfect. Look at that. All right. So Terry, I'm going to make this a card a little bit bigger. So Terry, your card says it's all about trauma recovery coaching. We're not making this up, right?
No.
Hope envisioning, and you have a book club. And I wrote this also like a modality inspiration on top. So anybody playing with this deck, when you look at it, you might actually have a word that pops out for you. Like you'd be like, whoa, what's trauma recovery coaching? And you might become curious about that modality for yourself. And then you might get inspired to reach out to Terry, or you might be inspired to explore further. What does that mean to you, right? Like we're always
Mhm.
follow your guidance, your sparkle. So hope envisioning, book club, all of those things can be wellness boosting things. So, and then
Mhm.
your specialty, you help people navigate from high seas to calm seasons. I love because you're
That's
using the word
right.
calm so much. That is really cruise inspired lingo here. Releasing past pain and nurturing body, mind, and spirit. And then you have a beautiful
Mhm.
mantra. I would love for you to speak it for us, please.
I make space for calmness, renewal, and inner peace. And
Yay.
what I've learned over the time in dealing with my own traumas and illnesses and all of that goes with being a human being on this earth, um, I've learned about calm and renewal and inner peace, and that's what I try. That's what I teach other women, is
Mhm.
that you can move on from these terrible things that happen to us. You really can. You can release that past pain. You don't
Mhm.
ignore it, but you
Yep.
definitely release it. And I do that with coping skills and my books.
Mhm.
And so I take it like I'm a teacher most of the time, and I think a lot of coaches do that. We're teaching new skills to help women get through life.
Yep.
And that's what I do.
Nice. Yeah, and you're also like myself, you're a cancer survivor,
Hmm.
right? That's also one of your trauma expertise is to, yeah, find back and thrive after this, right? Yeah, you have it behind
Yeah,
you. Thrive, not just survive. Yeah.
that's right.
That's right. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. Let's look at the back of your card and see what pops up for here. Oh, will you read this for us also? It's beautiful.
So close your eyes, place a hand over your heart, inhale and exhale, and say to yourself, I am safe. I am listening. So, what is your heart telling you right now? That's the question you ask yourself.
Beautiful. I love it. You know, I'm gonna speak to that right away because for me, I instantly got a visual of a bigger heart. That this is like my message. It pops up here from all the cards and the playtime that we have. The bird had a heart that was like kind of showing up, and now it's almost like, yeah, make it even bigger. So, does anybody want to share anything that came up for you as you felt into this?
Well, it's funny because Terry was saying that she got the message, I'll be okay, or it'll be okay, or something, and I got something similar, but I got calm down, you'll be okay, something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm just working a lot right now, so that's probably part of it.
Oh, I love that y'all are showing up also for your own wellness, right? Like I guess
Mhm.
we're never just in business, or we shouldn't be. I mean, we always need to take care of ourselves. That's also why that's what we're all about with the Integrative Wellness Network too, like even within our business support and networking, wellness.
Mhm.
Yes. Beautiful. So
Yeah,
for
I wanted
you,
to share
go ahead.
one little.
Please.
So I've been looking at a lot of garden nurseries lately, and they have, all the spring lively bushes that they're so healthy, right? They've been in a greenhouse and they're just starting like their first blooms, the first
Mm.
flowers that are so healthy. They're not this huge bush, but they're this vital force. And I just felt like this vital force flower, like it had just been refurbished. I'm coming out of the
Yeah.
greenhouse. I'm not the full green, but that those first flowers that are so vivid and so pungent in their smell, and you're like, "Oh, we've made it to spring. We can do this." That's what I felt inside. So it was very powerful.
Thank you for sharing this, Laura Ann. And one thing that you just inspired me to also mention is that whenever we show up with the intention for more wellness, wherever we show up, we can find inspiration. And I just heard you say these really cool words, vital force. And they really stood out to me. And so I'm like, wow, because words of energy too. And this can be like, even those two words can be like, whoa, I love it, vital force. That already empowers me also. And group settings like what we have here right now, I love that you all are inspiring each other, right? Like riffing off each other, words are flying that are powerful because we focus on wellness. So group support is actually also one amazing thing. When we come together, we're not just trying to create it on our own. Because it's easy to be just in our head, right? And trying to and so the deck can help you get out of your head a little bit and get more in the play mode. But it's so enriching to have all of you here in this call and to have this conversation. And so community, I keep hearing that again and again in the wellness field too, how important and beneficial community is. So I want to give that to everybody also as inspiration. If you don't have a community yet, be curious if that wouldn't be something that you might like to get your feet in and like maybe just be a wallflower somewhere where you're curious. You can also look at our community, and I'll share it below our YouTube video. If you are already in our free wellness community, everybody watching this now, we will do more things like this. So you can watch replays like this. You can participate in things. And if you love it, share our community. It's free. Everybody can join. And we do have some upgrade opportunities of things that will come, like cool products like this. And we have this soulful space where we're really all about encouraging and empowering each other. We're sharing from our own stories. We're not telling anybody what to do. And we don't talk about dis-ease like it's a problem. We focus about possibility. I'm giving that to everybody. That's what we're doing with everything. Really important because that's like high vibe, right? We're all about high vibe. So yay. Okay, cool. Cool. For a quick digression that was, but I feel it was important to say. So for Terry, we can find Terry. She has a cool community on School also, actually. So anybody who's not familiar with School, that's a free app you can get, the School app, or you can find it on school.com. It's a place with really amazing communities. Actually, now that we're talking about community, right? So, and you can search for themes, topics, find your tribe, find your people, find your community, and enrich yourself that way. So Terry has a cool community called Women Wellness Seekers on School. If you look for that, you will find her there. And she does book readings. I'm speaking for Terry right now, and she has cool things happening. Every Monday she has positive motivation things and inspiration. So if you love Terry's energy, there's more for her from her there. So I want to play with, let's do the next round where we pick 3 cards. And I'm going to invite Amber, you will be featured in the next round. Um, and we will pull 3 cards for you. So here is Amber already showcasing you. So Amber Bell, you are here in Anchorage, Alaska. I speak for you. You are literally a magician and a super cool creator with a nutrition background. I'm speaking a bit more about you, and I'll let you share more in a minute. Your card says Mealtime Magic Maker, and you're going to explain to us what that means. And we have your card also say that you help discover peace at the table and within. So tell us more about your card and about yourself, and then read us your mantra whenever you're ready.
Yes, my name's Amber. I'm here in Anchorage. My business is Peaceful Meals, where I help people discover the peace at their table with their families and also within their own bodies. And that means a few different things. It means finding peace, like within their hearts, and also finding peace in their guts and finding peace with their family. So it's most of my audience would be moms, maybe dads, but mostly moms who are trying to feed their family without all the drama, get their kids to eat healthier foods, whatever that means for them, and feel playful and curious at the table instead of feel like they are teaching a science lesson or just threatening their kids to eat their vegetables or bribing them, because all these things happen. No TV unless you eat da da da. Well, you can have ice cream if you eat da da da. But what if the conversation was, hey, did you know that you are actually the guardian of an entire hidden realm within your body? Like they are all depending on you for all the nourishment that you can bring into them. And let me tell you a story about what's going on in there is a totally different conversation than bribing and threatening and cajoling them to eat whatever it is. And I know we've had many picky eaters, selective eaters at our house, visiting some friends and things. And their parents say, well, they're not going to eat anything, but go ahead and try. It'll be fun. And we have them over and they cook with us and we, tell stories and they always end up trying something new. And several of them have gone home with new favorite foods. So that's been really fun.
Oh, yay.
So let's see. So I have an app that I'm rolling out sometime in the nearish future. Where people can pick their path to a peaceful meal. So that includes the inner work, the planning and prepping stage of like real time in the real world. How do I get food on the table? And then also the table talk. How do we talk about food and relate to food at the table? So that's how that all ties together. And the mantra is, I am the keeper of peace in my inner realm, my table, and my life.
Sweet. You are such an inspiration, Amber. I'm always drawn into your world because you have all these storytelling things happening and you're writing books about the gut and inner realms and like very intriguing to explore for everybody. So I'm going to give a glimpse of the back side of the card and I'm going to make this a bit bigger so you can see it better. So this is not the final design, but this is what came up for now. Because do you want to share a bit more of something like the world that is happening behind your workshops that you're actually developing like this whole adventure journey for people to be curious and then what do you see here? Like what happens in your work? Give us another glimpse.
Well, it's like it sort of feels like I have two different worlds being built simultaneously, but they kind of go together. They definitely go together. So there's like the inner world of what's going on inside of our body and that whole like living terrain, that living landscape, and then all the characters that are a part of that living landscape. So there's like that whole world. But then there's like us as humans, as the guardians, and all the different things that we come in contact with. So part of what we come in contact with is this inner world, this inner realm inside of us, but then also the like social interactions at the table or in the community, the decisions that we make, on which ingredients to buy and how to go about meal prepping and how to get food on the table and how we feel about that food and what kind of environment we want. There could be like so many different aspects of finding peace at the table. And I think what I really love bringing into it is that there's so many different ways to get from point A to point B, to get from wherever you are to feeling peaceful at a meal. There's so many different ways to do that. And who am I to say there's one right way? So I love the idea of like exploring and like, okay, what is like the smallest change you can make to have the biggest bang for your buck, the biggest bang for your time, however you want to put it. What's going to get you the farthest with the least amount of effort? And I like to start there. And then after you kind of get there, it's like, well, what's next? And, often there's like an inspiration. What's next? Where do I want to go next? When you're out traveling, it's like, I just want to, go see mountains or whatever it is. So you get to the mountains and then you're like, you know what I want next? And then it just kind of inspires and
nice.
go to the next thing.
I love it. So what I hear you say is that you have people that come to you with a specific dinner, like family cooking issue. They want more peace in the family, right? But there's also this deeper layer, which is where integrative wellness then
Yeah.
comes in, right? Of like we want peace, and peace is also an emotion. It's not just in the gut, but like the peaceful emotion affects the
Yeah.
gut, and everything's interconnected, right? So you actually help people heal from the inside out by helping them create peace. Is that right? Kind of.
Yeah, totally. And
Yep.
I mean, sometimes it's like people will come and they'll say, well, I just need to know what to make for dinner, like tonight. And I'm like, okay. And, what would make that really feel good and supported? And, we just kind of get to talking, and it's like, I kind of see the parts that are fitting together, the part where there's some gaps and things. And it's like, there's something over here. Like, what is this thing over here? Like, this feels like there's a sticky spot. Like, what is this? And then it's like, well, sometimes people say, well, I don't want to touch that. And I'm like, oh, okay. But a lot of times it's like, well, actually, that's like a really important thing. Let me tell you why. And then we go into why that's really important. And there's usually a gem in there. And it's something like, honestly, often it's a simple thing to fix. Sometimes it's more challenging, but often it's something simple that just is like a light bulb. Sometimes it's like just mentioning it is like, oh, I see how that's been in my way, and then can move on. And then things just become easier after that. So it's really cool to see how um, the journey can turn unexpectedly and open up like a world of possibilities.
I love that. So do you have an example of like sometimes it's like this little thing where it's an interconnected wellness piece, or because I know you have these wellness consulting kind of conversations, right? Like they start talking about the food, but then suddenly it's like, oh, there's a family stress issue or whatever, right? Like, so do you have an example of something that unlocked everything? I would love
Yeah.
to hear.
Kind of one of my favorite examples is a client who was eating, and she was getting takeout. I think it was about 5 or 6 days a week for her family. She had one young child, and both of them work, so both real busy. And they were getting takeout most nights of the week. And she said, "Well, I miss cooking. Like I like cooking. It just doesn't work. I just can't get it done. Like I just need to figure out how to get takeout that's healthier, maybe." And I'm like, okay, like that's a totally valid thing to do. Let's talk about that more. So the more we kind of just like brainstormed about what's really going on here, it came out that she didn't like cooking because the kitchen was always a mess, but she hated cleaning the kitchen, like hated it with a passion. And so we just kind of like dug a little deeper. It was kind of like a nutritional massage of like, where do we need to massage this out? And it was something in her childhood. I'm spacing on the exact details, which is probably for the best. But it's like um, something in her childhood. She hated unloading it came down to the dishwasher is what it
Oh,
came down to. It
wow.
came all the way down to unloading the dishwasher, and it was something from her childhood. So once she realized that, she's like, well, that's silly. Like, why is my childhood running this? And I'm like, I
Wow.
don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, like that's what happens. And she was like, oh, it was like as soon as she just realized it, like she didn't
Yep.
even have to like process it for her. She just like realized it, and she was like, all right, I'm done with that. That's an old story.
Yep.
And we kind of just talked about how she was gonna, unload, like when she was gonna unload the dishwasher, when was a good time for her, like,
Yeah.
just kind of like thinking it out. And the next time we talked, it was about a week later. And she was like, yeah, my kitchen's been clean every day. Like it's easy. My dishwasher's no big deal. My kitchen's always clean. And I've been cooking, we've only eaten out twice this week. And I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Oh my gosh.
Seriously? And then the next week it was kind of the same. So then we were building on to other things that she wanted to build on to, incorporate more cultural recipes and different things. So
Wow.
just kind of took
Love
off from
it.
there.
I love it. I love it so much. This is fantastic.
Sorry,
So
that
this
was a really long story. I'm not
No,
a very
this is
short
fantastic. I
storyteller.
think it's great because I love bringing inspiring conversations to our communities, and there are gems in everything, right? And so another
Mhm.
thing that I also heard you say is like that sometimes it just really helps to talk to somebody instead of trying to figure out or whatever. And if something feels difficult or heavy, I love that she came to you, right? And then you guys just had a conversation, human to human. I'm actually hearing, you know, in the current state of the world, there's a lot of disruption and challenging things. And actually, loneliness is a really big thing that affects people negatively. And so, even like to anybody watching this or something, if there's somebody that you resonate with, you know, just have a conversation with people. I mean, most of our providers, I think they even have like a place where you can book a call and just have a first conversation, and then it can unlock something, right? And you feel heard, because a lot of times with that story, that example, she ran with years with that story, right? And didn't even realize it. And it took like one conversation, somebody to seeing it as the outside and mirroring that back. And I can see that unlocked so much for her, because so if she really loves cooking and didn't do it, she was depriving her soul, right? Because like expressing ourselves, and that is healthy and happiness. And like that feeds our life force. I know that from my cancer experience, was like finding my passion again is really fueling my life force inside out and supporting my healing and everything else, right? And when we totally ignore it over a long time, we have the sadness and you have emotions, and then you stress yourself out with the mess in the kitchen, whatever, all the things. It's all interconnected. It's so fascinating. And I love that curiosity is the first thing that really brings us forward, right? So she came curious to you, saying yes to something simple like a conversation. She just wanted to fix a small thing, getting help for something small. Perfect. Follow whatever you're inspired to take a step with, right? Thank you so much for that story. So okay, so we have, does anybody want to speak to any of this before this doesn't have to be a monologue. We can like talk together. Otherwise, I'm going to pull two more cards.
I just wanted to say, Amber, I'm so excited for your book to come out because I'm going to buy one for my niece.
Nice.
And also my granddaughter. Yeah, I'll probably buy several.
I love it. Yeah, lots of
I've been
inspiration.
drafting my email to my
Oh.
favorite agent, and I'm like, oh, he's so far out of reach, but he's the best.
Cool. Okay, I'm encouraging you to drop that mindset and say, like, what if he's only as a snap of a finger away, and which we all are, we're all human, and you can visualize that, taking a tool from Mita, right? Visualize it happening and trust that it's in the works, and just hold that in your field. And then, you know, that's also a different energy, right? Talking about manifesting. Anyway, okay, let's look at, we have a third suite in this whole card deck that is coming out as soon as we have all providers filled. So this is a first pre-launch call. So let's look at what else we got. First of all, I would love somebody to pick a card for the wellness areas. Pick a number 1 to 12. Like, what number do we want to pick? Laura Ann, I see you moving. Do you want to pick a number? Give us a number.
12.
Okay, cool. Let me take this and go to the last card down here. That will be number 12. All right, so we have the area play, joy, creative expression. And then we had this card with a table, the plate here, and lots of words here to play with. And now let's look at this one more area that I have. Let me see if I can find this and get it on the screen at the same time. Okay, I'm juggling with the different windows here. Give me a second. This is that one, and the next one is here. Oh, nope, that's not the one. That's behind it somewhere. Hang on. This was the wellness area. Okay, we're almost there. I'm doing the screen. This is the providers, and here are the wellness navigation cards. Okay, we need one more number picked, please. 1 to 12. Another number.
8.
8. Awesome. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So this card. This is so cool. Okay, sorry for the mess. There's a lot of stuff on the screen.
Love it. Love the card.
Yes, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so we have this card here that says Winds of Imagination. Of course, you love this card, Mita. That's your superpower, right? So, and then we have Play, Joy, Creative Expression, and with this Winds of Imagination. So these are cards that are, they're kind of imaginative cards from a captain's deck view, right? Like, what things can you encounter when you're the captain of a cruise? That's the whole premise of these cards. And you encounter different situations in life, right? Sometimes you have storms, sometimes you have winds of imagination, right? So this card is all about belief, vision, creation. So again, I'm inspiring everybody to play with your magic wish again, like whatever wish you made at the very beginning of this call. Tune into that and now be curious about all the cards that we have here. So we're playing now with 3 cards. We have the Winds of Imagination card that you see. We have the Play, Joy, Creative Expression card. And we had this card from Amber with the plate and this adventure to find gems through food, right? So I'm curious, like, what comes up for you all? And I hope that you can play with it creatively, even though it's like really messy screen. So does anybody want to share something that stands out to you or inspires you to your own particular wish, perhaps? Otherwise, I will speak to things. And I would love to hear comments also for those playing.
Well, I'll go. So, my intention is about moving my body much more. And then this play, joy, creative, it was happiness, right? When I move my body in a way that I like, that I feel happy.
Right.
And so I can be more, again, going back to this vital force that wants to come out more.
Yeah.
And this morning I just went and ordered some a special herb that my body was really craving, which is that nutrition, which is courage, like planting that flag, right? I know you're adjusting the graphic, but it's like I sense for myself, I really know what a lot what I need. I hear it, that whisper. You need that particular, go ahead and get it. And you're like, oh, I have to go online. I have to go get it. You know, no. Oh my gosh, where is it? So yes, I took the action. I feel happy. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to believe, and it's all supportive and validating that I'm so glad I've been taking these actions and I'm
Nice.
really feeling happier. And
Oh,
because nutrition and movement work together.
oh, I love that example. That is really cool. So how it all inspired you with your story and nutrition and joy. Yeah, that's so lovely. So I also love how these cards seem to enhance each other. It's interesting that they showed up together. So if somebody watches this and let's say the world is stressing you out right now, this can also be a powerful inspiration for that, right? So like give yourself permission to sparkle like my book, which I happen to have here. So um, give yourself permission to more joy and to play, like you were saying, Laura, and also like really leaning in. And then I know that joy leads us also to imagination, and imagination can lead us to joy. So these are powerful tools to give us what our heart actually wants, right? Especially if these cards show up and if something resonates for you as a viewer or all of you here, then there's something there for you, right? And so, and I love that you mentioned the actions, Laura Ann, because it's also about taking the action. So inspiration is wonderful, but we want you all to actually step into more wellness. And that always takes like even like one baby step. So I want to wrap this call here with the sense of asking yourself, like that's the inspiration. Ask yourself, like, what can be one thing that you're inspired to do now for yourself? And it doesn't have to be a big thing. Every step is like always one step forward, right? Like, and they lead to more. But we don't have to think of the mountain. It just takes one step at a time. So what's one step you decide to do for yourself today, now, inspired from this call, whenever you're watching it. And we would love to hear from you, either a comment below this video, wherever you see this, or in our free wellness community, the Integrative Wellness Oasis on School. So, does anybody want to share anything else, anything from the call? Yes, Mita, go ahead.
I just want to say you did a great job, Astrid. It was
Oh,
lovely card deck. You did great.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. And of course, I'm also using the powers of AI, but it's like a collaboration to make sure it all makes sense and it gels and the energy is right. So I love that you're enjoying it. I want to make sure that everybody saw the website of Amber because we didn't really like highlight it before. It's right here, peaceful-meals.com. For more about Amber and her magical books that are coming out and what you're cooking up. Awesome. So thank you all so much for having been here. I'm super excited to see this deck evolve more. We have spots open. If you are watching this and you are a wellness professional and you would love to be featured in this card deck, we still have some spots open. Message me on School in our Integrative Wellness Biz Lounge. That's our space for the wellness providers, professionals. And you can also get featured in a call like this and in the future in a tangible product. When we produce it, it will go out and we will sell it. Everybody can give it to clients. People can buy it. It will be very fun and a powerful wellness navigation tool. So thank you all so much. I'm going to stop the share so we can all together wave bye to everyone and see you all in our free community, and more magic is to come. And let's hear what you did for yourself. Come celebrate so we can celebrate with you. Okay. All right.